Hello and welcome. In this video, I'd like to talk about 3 simple ways to build your qi. So according to traditional Chinese medicine and Qigong, having good, abundant, healthy, flowing qi is essential for good health. This includes good health, a good strong body, a good clear mind, a vibrant spirit, stable and balanced emotions, and all sorts of other things. So having good, healthy qi is essential for your long-term health. So this idea of qi is not necessarily a scientific idea. We can't necessarily find it under a microscope, like where's the qi molecule, but it's more of a concept, and it's an old idea. Qi, as you probably know, is the idea of energy, maybe bioelectric energy, or there's lots of different names for it, but energy is a good sort of translation for it. And the idea is if we have good, abundant qi flowing through our body, through the internal organs and the meridians, then we're going to be healthy and happy and full of this life. But when it gets stopped, blocked, or when it becomes deficient, that's when we have some problems. So in this video, we're going to talk all about just 3 very easy, simple suggestions to build your qi. And you probably are doing these things already, and you can even do it right now or today, and I'm sure it's going to be helpful. So welcome everybody who's joining us live and on the replay. Thank you so much for being here. I know it was a little bit short notice, but I'm still getting used to this whole live thing. So if we haven't met before, my name is, who am I? My name is Jeffrey Chand. I'm an acupuncturist, practitioner of traditional Chinese medicine and Qigong instructor. So we provide lots of different Qigong videos on YouTube and our website, qigongforvitality.com. But then we also have many different Qigong practices in what we call the Communi Qi. It's an online library of many different Qigong practices, and we're always adding to it. So today, let's talk about 3 really simple ideas on how to build your qi. And again, just you can use what works for you. This is the important thing, is finding what works for you. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. There's no, I better not do this. But it's all about listening to what works for you, what you feel drawn to, and trying it and see if it works. So tip number 1, or idea number 1, is going to be breathing. Breathing and inhalation. Breathing and inhalation is one of the easiest, fastest, simplest ways to build your qi. We made a video previously that was this one thing is enough to build your qi, and that was breathing. So no doubt you already know breathing. I'm sure you saw that and thought, oh, breathing, of course, I know about it. Breathing's used for mindfulness practices. It's used for stress reduction, blood pressure reduction, even pain control like headaches and arthritic pain. There's lots of research out on breathing now, on how many aspects of life it's helpful for. I attended a class just recently that was suggesting how simple breathing practices are helpful for addictive and habitual behaviors. So real hard addictions, but also just maybe I'm eating a little bit too much chocolate or something, and we become habitual and a little bit over-focused on it. And breathing can help with that. So we know that already. Breathing is helpful. But from a Qigong point of view, from a Qi point of view, when we breathe in, we're taking in good, healthy, vibrant Qi into our body. So Qi can mean energy, as we discussed earlier, but it can also mean breath. So Qigong is actually just breath work. It could be just translated as that. So when we're breathing in air, we're taking in that Qi. So that's what's really nice about it. Now, when we do breathing exercises from a mindfulness-based point of view, from a spiritual point of view, from a stress management point of view, from anxiety management, it's slightly different. It's always slightly different. Basically, we're still breathing, but the details are just slightly different. So when we're trying to cultivate our qi, then we have to do that second word there, inhalation. What's the difference? Well, inhalation, I actually really like the word inhalation because it sort of sounds like inspire. You know, we have spirit and we're taking in, we're inspiring. So when we're breathing, okay, that's breathing very mechanical. Air comes in, air goes out. When we're inhaling, we're taking in, we're inspiring, we're taking in the qi from our environment. So the slight difference between, say, stress reduction type of breathing is maybe we're trying to release stress, notice stress, or become mindful of it. But when we're trying to build our qi through inhalation, now we're thinking, let's take in this good, vibrant, healthy energy. So that's number 1, is breathing and inhalation. And I'm sure a lot of you have already tried this before and have a lot of experience with it. So the second tip here, second idea or suggestion is, well, I'm going to show you a picture first. This here is a picture of sprinter Usain Bolt. Oh, other way. So he's a current record holder for the 100 and I believe 200 and 400 meter sprint. He's the fastest man on earth as it is right now. Now, what I like about him is he's obviously a very fast runner, but he also brings a very lighthearted joy to running as well. Sprinting is one of the most competitive aspects of track and field, and he's brought a lightness to it since he's been in the last 3 Olympics. So if you imagine you are Usain Bolt and you're ready to run a 100-meter sprint for your life, and you're in the starting blocks, just what do you think would be going through your mind? Most likely, someone like Usain Bolt and other sprinters would be thinking about feeling like they're this really fast cheetah, or they're a rocket ship, or they're something that's really, really fast. So essentially, they're visualizing where they want to be. So that's suggestion number 2, is intention and visualization. When we want to build our Qi, we need the intention to build our Qi, and we need to also visualize it. So intention is just having a very clear idea. I want to build my Qi. I want to feel abundant of energy. I want to feel energized and relaxed at the same time. That's our intention. Clear phrases. Visualization, well, how does that work for you? How can you visualize that? If you're going to be the fastest person on the planet, maybe you imagine yourself as a really fast animal, or a bird, or something that's fast. So when we're visualizing our abundant Qi, what does that mean to you? Would that mean maybe visualizing a really strong, stable oak tree in the forest? Or perhaps a very high energy animal? Or perhaps the serenity and the peacefulness of a mountain scene? It's different for everybody. So having that visualization and the intention is key to building our Qi. Now, when we look at Qigong practices, as you probably know, it's a lot of simple, gentle movements, nice deep breathing exercises, and that intention. Now, if you do all the movement type of practices and breathing without the intention, Qigong just becomes a light exercise. And that's fine. That's totally fine. Just do a little light exercise, get the body moving. That's fine. But when we use our intention and visualization, then it becomes a healing system. So that's the second idea. So the first one is breathing and inhalation. Second is visualization and intention. Now, number 3, the third one here is called finding flow in practice and in life. So everybody likes doing things. Maybe you have a hobby, maybe you have a pastime or something you used to really like to do and you got away from it, or something you really like to do right now. But there are certain things that we can do in life that really put us in that really feel like a feel-good zone. We feel abundant, we feel happy, we feel joyful. Time just goes right by. So perhaps that's gardening, could be cooking, could be sewing, could be walking, could be playing with kids or animals, could be spending time out in nature. So certain things in life put us in that flow state. When I think about flow, the first thing that usually comes to mind is somebody surfing, because they're flowing, and also you have to be so present. And when people surf, when they get really into it, you can surf for hours and hours and it almost feels like minutes have gone by. This is being in the flow state. So I'm sure you've already experienced this. And if you have, just think about what puts you in that flow state. So when we connect to that feeling of flow in our Qigong practice or in everyday life, that is immensely helpful in building energy and building your Qi. So if there is something, maybe you're a musician or you're somebody who's creative, and you go to your art and you start creating, you'll feel afterwards, I feel good. Yeah, I feel abundant. You feel happy. And that's because your Qi is flowing because you're doing what you want to do. I often mention that Qigong is not just a health exercise. Like being healthy, sure, that's great. That's fine. I mean, of course, that's good. We want to be healthy. But that's not the end point. The end point of Qigong is we become healthy so that we can do the things that bring us joy and bring other people joy as well. So it's so we can kind of bypass that and start doing the things that we want to do in order to become healthy. And we pick up that guitar or saxophone or whatever it is, and we start playing it, and then we notice, hey, I feel really good today. That ache and pain that I had was sort of gone. Maybe spending time with the people that you like to spend time with, that also builds a state of flow. So those are 3 of the simple tips that suggestions that can help build your qi. That's breathing and inhalation, intention and visualization, and finding flow. All of these aspects can be done right now, today, even right after this video. We can do that. We can spend just 5 minutes breathing with and inhaling. Maybe even at the same time, visualization. Get a strong picture of in your mind of how would my body feel and look if I'm healed, if I'm abundant, if I'm calm and clear-minded. How would that look and feel? The clearer the vision, the better it is. And the third part is finding flow. How can I find flow? What's a little thing that I can do today, right now, for 2 minutes that can bring me into that state of flow? Of course, Qigong practice, when you become proficient at it enough, becomes a tool that brings you flow state. Now, when I mean become proficient, you just need to know the movements. Once you know the movements, then you can let go. You don't have to think about it and get into that flow state. So those are 3 really simple ideas. I hope that that can help you build your energy, build your qi. And in this day and age, I mean, probably all the time, but especially these days, we need to do as much as we can to take care of ourselves so that we feel healthy. Take care of our own health, take care of our own mind, find different ways and strategies to help ourselves. Because it would be great if we can just take a healthy pill and it makes all our problems go away from our body, our spirit, our mind, and our socialization and everything, but we can't. We need a combination of different things, not just one thing, combination of everything. So if nothing else, just keep trying different things, keep experimenting, find your flow, find what works for you. If you're interested in using Qigong as a tool to help, because I'm a little bit biased, but I really think Qigong is one of the best things that we can do, because we don't need much space, we don't need fancy equipment, we just need clothes. They don't even have to be nice clothes. They can be anything that we're wearing. And that's all we need to build our qi and build our health. I'll just show you a few little clips here. These are some clips from the Communi Qi. So we have, as I mentioned earlier on, lots of different videos, different practices from kind of all over the world, different places. And I think nowadays it's great to be able to see nature. So we're always adding. We just added a sitting routine just recently, and and we're always adding to the community, and we also have these we call it live Qi chat. So first Saturday of every month we have a live chat where we discuss different ideas like this. So thank you all so much for being here and for joining in live, and thank you for your comments. And again, I'm Jeffrey Chand, and please come join us in the community. You can give us a try, see if it appeals to you. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and evening. Your qi is abundant, and it's great, and you can share it with the world around you. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.